So you've never headlined a horror film like this before?
No, never.
What? Why? I mean, honestly, you picked a good one.
I know. Well, that's why. That is why. Because I read it and I was horrified. I had to read it with the lights on. And then this family, they're so dysfunctional, but yet they're so rich in character and they're complex and vulnerable. And I was like, this is so rare to find this in a horror film that I'm rooting for this family and I'm so taken by them. And then there's the scariest element just gets thrown in, and it's this primal fear we all have of the dark. I mean, it was the perfect mixture of things. And I was like, and I'm doing this movie.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah, I am. I always have been. I don't know what it is. And my child has picked up on it too.
Oh, no.
He's 2.5 and he's like, Mummy, the dark's scary. I was like, how? You don't watch anything scary. It's not. But maybe it's just something that's ingrained in us as children. I don't know, but I certainly slept with the lights on for at least the first 13 years of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So did any of that come back when you're taking this on?
Yes. I forgot about it until the other day. My husband's like, don't you remember you slept with the nightlight on every day of filming? You don't remember that? And I was like, no, I didn't. He's like, yes, you did. And it was super annoying. I was like, oh, I did too. And I guess there was something about shooting this film that re-triggered those feelings in me. And I was like, whoa, I'm like thrust back to my childhood where you don't know what's lurking in the dark. You can't see into the dark. Is it a fragment of your imagination or is there something actually there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like that old case where you look in your closet, you see clothes, and you're sure it's someone there.
You're like, hang on a second, someone is watching me. I see red eyes. Yeah.
What was it like? And also, what made this unique is this is a real actress. This isn't a CGI creation.
No, I know.
Did that kind of make it a lot easier to get really terrified?
Yeah. Alicia Vela Bailey was the girl inside of it, and she's a stunt performer. I actually have worked with her on I'm Number 4. She was my stunt double. So we used to hang out all the time, and then seeing her as Diana, I couldn't connect with her in that way anymore because she's behind this suit. She can't talk when she's in the suit, and she has these crazy contact lenses in, and she's so scary to look at. So when she's in the scene, I'm literally just afraid because I'm staring at her. And then later you go home at nighttime and you're like, did Diana follow me back into my home? Is she in here? Scary.
Well, I think also, now, did you watch the short? Did you before?
Yeah, I did. I had to stop though. I started watching it at nighttime. My husband was away. And I was like, I have my child next to me. I'm a minute through this. This isn't going to happen tonight. I'm going to press pause on this one. And the next day, he came back, the sun's shining, it's daytime, we're sitting together, and I was like, you're watching this with me. And we both watched it, and he was like, you're doing this movie. I mean, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and Rebecca is a really interesting character because she feels like a real person.
She does.
And I think a lot of that's what you put into it, but
thanks.
did you take any of that? What did you add, for you personally? Do you relate to her?
Yeah, totally. I mean, her dynamic with her mother, I certainly have a similar one with my own. And I was like, all right, I'm going to draw upon these experiences and I'm going to thrust them into this movie. And then the only difference is that she's very dark. She's very darkened and guarded, and I'm kind of like this open flower. So I had to delve into that world and like really get underneath the trauma that she's experienced in her childhood and try and portray that as realistically as possible because I wanted to do her justice. And then it's beautiful to see the arc she goes on and where she ends up in the movie.